of robbery. Give me everything.
I can't.
What?
I can't.
I will blow your head off. I said give me everything.
I can't. She was my everything. But she left me. And now I'm nothing. Damn, bro. I'm bad.
Alright guys, today on Artemis Talks TV, we're going to talk about a topic I talk about all the time and people have been really mad about. Elon Musk and the fall of Twitter. And since Elon's infamous takeover of Twitter, I've made like 20 videos on him and I've gotten a lot of responses, so this video is to address a lot of those questions you guys had. I've gotten thousands and thousands of comments of people being like, Elon's a genius, you just don't understand his mastermind and his master plan. So to everyone who still thinks Elon has some sort of master plan for Twitter, I encourage you to watch this whole video. But let's get into it. What's going on right now? So Elon posted this yesterday, July 25th, and it's revealing Twitter's new logo. And this had me looking like incredulous and crazy. One of the most iconic things about Twitter is their logo. Wherever you see that little blue bird, you're gonna know it's Twitter. Everyone, young and old, knows what Twitter is, knows its logo. It's a reputable brand. Twitter has gone through tons of lawsuits and trademark claims in order to keep their logo theirs for that exact reason, because it holds so much value. So this was just absolutely crazy to me. Like, I was looking at this, I was like, is he trolling? Like, I literally thought it was a joke, and then news reporting and news sites started talking about it. But anyway, the new CEO of Twitter, who's gonna replace Elon, aka take the fall for and all the blame, but she put out a statement as well, and this was my reaction to reading it.
What the hell are you talking about?
She was probably thinking, oh my god, Elon made another horrible decision. Let me do some damage control. But like, what is this? X will connect us in all ways. We're just beginning to imagine. Elon can't even pay his rent, okay? Let that sink in. And she says, it's rare you get a second chance to make a big impression. You don't need a second chance. You're Twitter. But let's talk about how we got here. All this craziness that's happening with Twitter and Elon. Let's start back when Elon took over, and we're gonna work our way forward to the present. And buckle up, because it's about to be a wild ride. But this all starts with the worst business decision Elon has made. Buying Twitter for $44 billion. Now, I'm not going to go too much into how he bought it. We're just going to continue after he bought it. But first, some quick backstory because it's important to how this all happened. First, it's important to remember that Elon could not afford to buy Twitter. Most of his money is tied up in stocks like Tesla. So he went and he rubbed some hands in Saudi Arabia and got an investor, a prince of Saudi Arabia. So Elon secured funding from this prince for $1.9 billion and 19 other investors for other amounts of money. Now here's the problem, and here's why we're seeing all these antics from Musk, the creation of Twitter Blue and other things. It's because he owes money for Twitter for the loans he took out. He owes $1.2 billion a year in interest payments alone. So where is he going to get that money from? Remember, Twitter's not profitable. They lose money almost every single year. So Elon's going to have to come up with new ways and new sources of revenue in order to make these payments. But I mean, he's a genius, right? So I'm sure he'll have no problem doing this and coming up with more money. So Elon becomes the CEO and he's trying to cut costs so he can make money. And what's the first thing you do in a business when you're trying to cut costs? Fire employees. Many of whom were wrongfully terminated, not given the proper severance, this, and this. And they were very disgruntled and angry about this. This will be important later. But Elon fired a lot of people on the Twitter team, including the trust and safety team. And he also unbanned some very, very bad accounts, including alt-right accounts. And so if you go on Twitter today, you'll see it filled with alt-right pages and anti-black statements and other things of that nature. But I will say there are still some good parts of Twitter left. But the reason I'm bringing up these alt-right accounts is because of what it led to. Advertisers didn't want to be on Twitter anymore, and they saw a 50% drop in revenue. And this is a very big problem when Elon Musk really and desperately needs money. Remember, I said he has to pay back $1.2 billion in interest payments a year. On top of Twitter already losing money, how is he going to come up with all this money? Well, the tech billionaire genius Elon Musk had a solution. I got 2 words for you guys. Twitter Blue. Make people pay to be on a free app. I'm not going to go over too much how it works because a lot of you guys already understand Twitter Blue. It's been out for a minute. But basically everyone, no matter if you're Ariana Grande or Beyonce to the random person who uses Twitter, you had to pay to have a verified blue check mark. And you no longer needed to be a celebrity or public figure to get a, coveted blue check. You could just pay for it.
You get a blue check. You get a blue check. Everyone gets blue checks.
And Elon did this all in an effort to make some money. Have people pay for Twitter Blue, have some subscribers, make money for Twitter, get out of debt. I'm guessing that was his plan. But it seems Elon ran into a little bit of a problem. You see, as I said before, Elon owes billions of dollars in debt, but Twitter Blue didn't make billions. So let's check how much our buddy Elon is making. So as of April 2023, this was the earliest and most up-to-date report I could find. It says Twitter Blue has around 640,000 subscribers. By the way, the graph is in the thousands, so add 3 zeros at the end. Twitter Blue does not have 640 subscribers. But anyway, as I was doing this video, I pulled out my calculator. I won't bore you guys with the math, but Elon made about $5.1 million in April from Twitter Blue. What percent is 5 million compared to the 1.2 billion he owes? Elon has completed 0.43% of his goal of $1.2 billion. Now that's per month. If we just multiply by 12, we get per year, which is about 61 million per year in Twitter Blue revenue. That's about 5.1% the way there for the 1.2 billion. I just realized, I don't know why I said I wasn't going to show the math. That's exactly what I did, but whatever. Anyway, but I really wanted to show you guys just how far out Elon is from his goal. He's still got 95% of the way there. With this happening, what we're going to see is Elon getting really desperate. He's going to try to make money however he can, and that includes by cutting corners. And of course, the current theme of not paying your bills. But let's talk about one more blast from the past and the worst case of not paying your bills. I'm sure a lot of you guys on Twitter will remember this one, especially because it just happened late June, early July. But about a month ago, users were blissfully scrolling on Twitter, like me, and they were hit with a bizarre message: rate limit exceeded. And when this message popped up, you couldn't view tweets, nothing would load, the app wouldn't work. So basically you would come off Twitter. And just a side note, one of the worst things for a social media company is people coming off their app and using other apps. So if Twitter isn't working and you go to TikTok, that's horrible for business. That loses them money. But anyway, everyone was all up in arms, so we all went to Elon to ask what's going on, what happened, and he provided us an update in a tweet. And this was, oh my god, this was like a saga. I was getting updates from Elon like every hour because the policy kept changing. This policy took place Saturday at 10 a.m. and it basically said verified users or people who pay $8 a month can see 6,000 posts a day, while people like me who just use Twitter for free can only see 600. That means if you're reading comments and just scroll through 600 comments really quickly, or you're just scrolling on Twitter mindlessly, that could be 10 minutes. But people were extremely upset at this. Obviously, I mean, if you're on Twitter, you love Twitter, and then you can't use it all of a sudden. So then I saw a post from Elon saying he's increasing it to 8,000 posts a day, and that 800 for unverified users like me. Then again, by 3 p.m. the same day, Elon Musk increases it to 10K and 1K for unverified users. Like, imagine making a policy and reversing it in 5 hours. Not even 5 hours, because he reversed it to the 8,000. It's like he just made a random business decision and didn't consult anyone. But people were asking why in the world he would do this, and he said, to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we've applied the following temporary limits. Let me tell you guys a little secret. That's all a lie. Remember, Elon still needs to save some money. So he thought to himself, what's the best way for me to save money? Not pay my servers. Not pay the Google Cloud systems that host Twitter. And we heard reports in June that Musk had refused to make payments towards Twitter's existing $1 billion contract with Google. So there's the real truth. Elon's not trying to protect users and make Twitter better and address data scraping. He's trying to save money on his bad investment. Because he knows the Pied Piper is going to come knocking on his door real soon. The Saudi Arabians want their money. But I think that's enough looking at the past. Let's go on to what's going on right now. What are some more of Elon's current problems and current dilemmas? His loans are going to come due, we know that. But he's also made a lot of other bad decisions that are coming to haunt him. Especially the one we talked about in the beginning of the video, changing Twitter's name to X. So Twitter renamed itself to X and wanted the Twitter handle to go along with it. The only problem was someone already had it. So allegedly what Twitter did was they took the handle away from him and sent him some merch. So I don't know. Let me let me know how you guys would feel about that if you had the Twitter handle for like 15 years and Twitter just did that. But it's important to note they are a private company. It's in their terms of service and copyright clauses and trademark clauses that they can do this. So it's not illegal. It's just, kind of a mean thing to do, especially when you're a $1 billion company. Like, give him $200, like, at least. I don't know. But Musk still has not found a way to bring advertisers back and make Twitter profitable. And on top of that, he now has a little bit of a competition. Because little old Mark Zuckerberg saw all of Elon's team members being fired. Remember what I said earlier in the video when I said his team members and Twitter staff are disgruntled and angry at him? Well, Zuckerberg slid over there and was like, hey guys, I know you hate Elon, but y'all want to come work for me? Work overtime, long hours, we'll pay you good. And they were like, oh my God, Elon's been treating us like garbage, just fired us, some of us unfairly. Of course we're going to come. And so they started working on Twitter's biggest competitor, Instagram Threads. And when Threads came out, Elon was furious. It's like he was like completely blindsided or something. Maybe that's why he wants to fight Mark Zuckerberg in the first place, legally get all of his feelings and anger out. Because if people go to Instagram Threads, it's over. I mean, Twitter's going to be losing even more money than before. He's not going to be able to pay back his loans. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. And now Twitter is threatening to sue Instagram Threads for allegedly stealing their intellectual property and their product. But Elon can't afford to pay his light bill, so I don't know how he's going to afford lower fees to go against Mark Zuckerberg. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. But for now, I just wanted to point out one thing that I just found hilarious. A few months back, Elon won an achievement for a Guinness Book World Record. Most money lost in history. So special shout out to Mr. Musk, the most revolutionary and smartest genius of our time. But losing a ton of money isn't Elon Musk's only problem. Recently, as I just said, he changed Twitter's name to X. The only problem with that is, someone already thought of that. Nearly 900 active companies have some trademark regarding X, including Microsoft, who, as many of you guys know, is not some small company you can just bully around and take their name. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's going to wrap up the video on Elon Musk, but we're going to address some of you guys' comments that you left on my videos on these topics. And I blurred out everyone's name, good or bad, just because I don't want anyone going and sending these people hate or anything. But anyway, this first one was me talking about how Twitter is becoming a sort of a neo-Nazi safe space. And someone said Twitter got that 2014 YouTube vibe. But I definitely agree. But YouTube has calmed down some. No one openly using the N-word like in the past. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. The iDubbbz wave, don't even get me started. All these soy molding libs coping and freaking out over Elon taking over their woke echo chamber brings me so much joy. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, we're not really coping. I'm just telling you the bad things that are happening and the things that are gonna come because of it. Twitter might not exist as a platform soon. It's something that I want to talk about. I'd say the accounts spreading hate and misinformation on Twitter are definitely the ones that are scared because they know what's going to happen and know what's coming. This was by far my most common comment. I think I counted like 120 of them. It's his thing. He can do what he wants with it. It's his platform, brother. If he wants to run it to the ground, he can do that. And I basically said, yeah, it's my TikTok. So if I want to make an infinite amount of Elon Musk videos, I guess he was tired from the 50 I made, then I'm still going to do that too. But yes, Elon can do what he wants with the platform, but his actions have consequences. They have lawsuits attached to them. He can go on Twitter and remove the child safety protocols, but then he's gonna get sued. You can't just control one of the biggest social media platforms on the planet in existence and just do whatever you want. But I do heavily agree with your premise of he can run it to the ground if he wants to. Yeah, I never was arguing he couldn't do that. My argument was, maybe he should not do that? Like, I don't know. This is just such an insane, counterclaim to my argument. Yeah, of course Elon can make bad business decisions. Like, what? I never, okay. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment and let me know what you thought of Elon Musk and his takeover of Twitter. And let me know also in the comments of other topics you want me to talk about or other videos you want me to make. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
How bad can I be? I'm just building the economy. How bad can I be? Just look at me petting this puppy.